Welcome back to SanFrancisco.net. We have a new tournament here. This is the May tournament from Games of Berkeley. This is a monthly tournament where we do a season 1 packet would be this time. We just do the standard prize kit. And this this tournament had a good turnout. I'm trying to remember the exact player count, but it was, I think, close to 20 thereabouts, maybe 16. Anyway, this is the standard Peter cut that he always gives me when I play against him. Is he takes the top card and puts it on the bottom. So I'm playing 10 in here on the right, and we did have a mulligan from Andromeda. Peter playing on the left. So I don't think I mulliganed yet, and so I have a Rototurret in hand. I have Fetal AI, a Brain Trust, an Ice Wall is a... Oh, I'm surprised maybe there's something there I didn't quite... I think I maybe didn't like all his agendas in hand, but it seemed quite good. It seemed like I had an Ice Wall, a Rototurret. I had a restructure there. Oh, you know, I think I know. I'm always tempted to... oh, there's no Sweepspeak. I'm thinking NBN. Yeah, Sweepspeak against Andromeda is good, but no Sweepspeak in this deck. So I think that was probably... I'm not sure why I mulliganed that. That looked pretty good. So, get a new hand. So I got a Successful Demo, Fetal AI, Inazuma, Agenda, and a Trick of Light. It looks like a Neural Katana there. So this is, I don't think, as good as the first hand of cards was. I think this might have been a mistake to mulligan this. I have nothing that could really end the run. And this is why I'm drawing. I'm going to draw a Chum. So I need to stop the early Count Siphon. So I have the Neural Katana down. That will not stop him from siphoning me, so I really need to buff that. I'm deciding if I want to put the Chum above there. If I put the Chum above, I can't afford to res the Chum and the Neural Katana. I think it would be a good idea to put that Chum above, though. And the reason is I could probably res the Chum and keep him out on any standard run. So I do an Inazuma instead. Which is probably just about as good. He's playing Security Test in. A same old thing there. So getting out a lot of resources. And he's not looking at R&D, it looks like. I think that was a mistake. I think he should, instead of playing the same old thing, he should have just made an R&D run, because it prevents the 10-in token. Oh, I hope I don't forget the 10-in token. I am forgetting the 10-in token. That's horrible. Yeah, that's not good. So for those that don't know, 10-in is a new ID that gets, if the runner does not make a successful run on their turn, gets one free advancement token to put on any card. That's even if a card cannot usually be advanced. Because you're not advancing the card, you're placing an advancement token on the card. So it's a pedantic difference, but it matters. So I'm ditch a Chum and so he's security testing R&D. So he's gonna. So he's plays Desperado first, and then he's gonna run in there and get 3 credits. So he's kind of has Gabe ability right now, but on any server he wants, and that's really. So he gets a Data Sucker down. So sorry about the glare. And Katie Jones. So he turns off 10-in's ability. So I'm getting a little bit agenda flooded here. And I do not have Jackson Howard in this deck.
I'm forgetting 10-in's power.
I made a successful run last year. Oh, but not the first turn.
Okay, so yeah. So I recounted that forgetting 10-in's ability, but I didn't want to take 10-in token for the first turn because that was too far, and I don't want to like take back mistakes that are that far behind, especially getting ready for regionals. I think everyone needs to start. Well, the people that still have regionals to play. We have our regionals in the Bay Area is in the middle of July, so people in the Bay Area, I think, need to start not taking back mistakes, because at regionals, I don't think you can expect people to let you take back little mistakes like that, little tokens you forget.
I will install, and then I will take the money.
Alright, so I think I put an agenda down there.
One card, which will be...
And this is the problem I have with this 10 deck, is I don't have like a lot of ice, and also the ice I have I have two or three in Azuma and then 2 Chum. There's a lot of positional ice. So he gets 3 money in Data Sucker from a security testing of R&D. That is a lot of resources for a run, and he's running into the remote. Yeah, so I don't know what my plan was there. I think that was just a mistake play. I was just kind of getting frustrated, and I think there's no real good play there. My best hope would be if he did not run, I get a free advancement and I could score it out, but with security testing down, yeah, it's not going to happen. I think that was just a mistake, and I don't have anything to follow up that agenda like a mid-season or punitive or anything, so that was just dumb. I think the situation I was in, I wanted to keep all my cards, so I was going to have to throw an agenda in the archives or put down the table and hopefully score it. I think the Brain Trust would have been a smarter play, but it's just not a smart thing to do. So I'm still looking for some ice. I need to ice up these servers, these security testing, but I'm not getting it. So just building up more money. I think I have pretty good Siphon defense there, but he is getting Data Sucker tokens, and so won't be hard for him to get an HQ once he gets his breakers. He has emergency shutdown in hand, a planned assault it looks like. Desperado, so his hand is looking very criminal. And I'm just trying to decide what to discard. I never want to discard the Trick of Lights, and the problem is I have just a bunch of agendas and Trick of Lights, so...
I'm doing security testing R&D. Draw a card.
So he draws a special order.
I'm gonna run R&D.
He goes into R&D and gets his Data Sucker and 3 money. That is huge profit, and I really need to shut that down, because it's also turning off my Tenant ability every time he security tests. And I need my Tenant ability. So he's going to get a breaker. Gets a Mimic. And that will be able to get through my Neural Katana without too much effort with the Data Sucker tokens. I need, I think, 1 Data Sucker token to do that. Or 2.
I'll take the mandatory draw.
Build a ton of KD. So there, finally, I get the Ice Wall that it can shut off R&D at least. He could still security test over there on Archives, which he should most certainly do. But I just don't have the ice to defend against it. So I get rid of this Successful Demo. So I really like Successful Demo. I think it's a fantastic card. You have to work for it. It's not, you know, a sure thing, but it's definitely worth the effort. And so he gets the Mimic down, security tests over at Archives, and getting his free tokens and money, and just so much money. A click for 3 credits in Data Sucker is the gold standard here. This is for criminal. This is just exactly what he wants. So at this point, I just need more ice. If I don't get the ice, this is not going to go well for me. And so an aggressive secretary, I have 1 of those in a deck because you need to back up your threats when you mission.
I will install.
And I'm just hoping here if I could kill his programs, especially that Data Sucker, the game swings in my favor pretty hard. I don't care if he has money if he doesn't have the breakers.
First, I'm going to be security testing the Archives.
Okay.
I'm going to run the Archives, which gives me 3 and a Sucker token.
Okay.
More security testing. It's quite a job. It's a very profitable business. He has all that money sitting there on Katie.
I'm going to run the advanced thing.
Okay.
So he's running the trap. So I'm able to hit him with it and wipe his rig.
I'll pay it to you.
Oh, of course. Of course.
So now things are looking better for me. I still need ice to score out in the remote. Because I'm not getting the 10 tokens to do any sort of Trick of Light. But, yeah, he has a fairy in hand. Otherwise, he doesn't seem to have any breakers. So that set him back quite a bit. Especially taking out a Data Sucker like that after he built it up so much. Gets an R&D interface.
And load Katie Jones.
More money on Katie. So it's really a race at this point in the game. Roto-Turret is great. Although he does have fairy in hand, so it's not going to do much. It's not really a secure thing to defend.
Second click, I will install, and third click,
So I go for it anyway. I put down the rotor remote and I throw down the agenda, the brain trust. So we're just hoping to score that out next turn.
Is it security test here?
And so he's clearing off Katie Jones. That's a lot of money. I think that was maybe 15. So he's spending his first click Katie, second and third click same old thing special order to go get a Fem, which is going to totally counter my Rototurd as well. So Rototurd I need an Inazuma in front of now, and that'll turn that back on.
And then 5, 6, 7.
And so he just installs that. So that agenda I am going to be able to score out.
I'm going to bypass this thing.
And he's bypassing the Neurokatana, which is, yeah, going to be a problem for me. Because he's going to Siphon. And so now I need to decide if I want to score this out, or I need another agenda. If I don't want to go broke, I need another ice, to put in front of HQ. Just replace all that ice, because he's going to get in too cheap.
Mushin Notion.
So I think that's a Mushin Notion agenda. I think it might be the fetal AI. I do that a lot. I slow advance those fetal AIs.
I'm going to shim it from Kaguya.
Yeah, so I just wanted to use the Kaguya efficiently, so I Mushin Notion and then shim. It's a lot of advancement, and that's a big threat. He doesn't really want to run into that, especially when he sees that I have. But he's just gonna go Siphon me.
So first 2 clicks, you paid your 2 money?
Yep.
Okay.
And I think it's only 5 money here, so I can't really. It's not worth Resonant Ice, basically.
Okay, no res. Continue, and no res.
So I'm just gonna lose the money.
So lose to 5.
5, I get 10, 2 tags. Third and fourth clicks.
So he's just siphoning me again. And this time I should Reset Ice. I believe I will.
Shit ton of tags.
Well, you want to go get the siphon first?
Yeah.
Okay. So now he's running in. I should res the Neural Katana just to cause him to spend money and to prevent him from getting the money.
So,
Should not res the Chun. That is a big mistake.
no res here. Do you continue?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm doing this right. Resin the Neural Katana.
I'll spend my money there.
Zeros my accounts.
Okay.
So, you don't actually... Well, unless you do want to siphon,
I just bypass for 1. I won't siphon, but I.
So he's gonna
You didn't take the siphon money already, did you?
he's gonna access a card now. And I think I did a good job of. Oh, I had one agenda in hand still, so and he grabbed it. Oh no, I had two. I had the fetal AI as well. Would have much rather had him take that one. My accounts are now zeroed out. I should kill his security testing, would be a smart thing to do. But I'm zeroed out on money, and so that's never an attractive thing to do. So I could score out one of these agendas this turn. And if I don't have money, he's gonna go check those servers if I don't have money, because I don't have trap money. So I need to take money.
Okay. I will take a money.
And then I should take one more money after this. So I score out of Brain Trust, and then... So as long as he doesn't siphon me again for that one money, he can't really afford to run on that trap, that potential June bug. So he installs...
I'm security testing the REI. So run.
So second click.
Run there.
And I think that is the ice wall. And I really want to res that, right? Because then it will keep him out and turn off RDI, and he won't get his Desperado money. But if I spend that credit, he knows he... Oh, so he gets a Brain Trust and an ice wall. The camera got bumped a little bit there. I'm really bad about that. The camera gets bumped.
So no res. No res. Top one stays.
Alright, so he sees an Enigma and an ice wall. So I did lose an agenda there, but if I spent my money, I think he would have run on the remote, and then I would have lost that agenda. So I decided to take the chance on R&D.
not worth doing just for that. But you always have.
Okay. I will
So I am able to score out a fetal AI.
Now you guys are going. Yeah, that. Advance twice.
yeah, 4.
And so now I could afford to res the Ice Wall next turn if I take money.
Tenon does stuff like that, and then I'll take money.
Alright, so it is 6-4. It's a close game, but he definitely has the advantage. So he's able to keep him out. And I don't think I have any agendas in hand right now. So I'm pretty safe for the time being.
Okay, no res.
Bypass with 1.
And he gets one from Desperado, so that is a free run for him. So he might as well go in just to see information at the very least. Sees a chum, he's not too worried about that.
I'm gonna have to get my Krogan breaker. I'll run there again because it cost me nothing.
So he's going into HQ again. Just, you know, if I'm holding an agenda, it's a pretty good chance of taking it. Sees the chum again.
And I'm gonna draw a card.
And next turn it looks like he can special order a Corroder and start hitting R&D again. So I need to put the chum in front of R&D and then take money. I'm against the ropes at this point. I have to assume that he could get through that ice wall pretty quick. With that stack of money,
I'm gonna install. Here.
so I am installing, I think, an Enigma over HQ.
And then I'm going to install.
So I'm trying to turn off security testing.
Actually, I'll just take 2 money. 2.
Yeah, I realized I needed to take money or else I can't res the Enigma. Oh, he draws another RDI. I think he should have just, oh, I guess, yeah, so now he can put down the RDI, special order, install, and run next turn.
5, 6, 7. Got your big sun cards.
That'd be a pretty strong turn. So that right there is still the roto turret.
Okay.
And he has his fem out still. So that roto turret is no longer viable. Drawn to a Ronin.
Don't forget your Tenon ability.
He's reminding me of the Tenon ability, which I appreciate. Put it on the ice wall, because that's where advancement tokens go.
Or your ID.
Well, you can't trick a blight off my.
We're talking about how you could put the Tenon token on ID cards and Desperado and stuff like that, which you apparently can do. I'm not sure why you would want to, but you can do it.
I can't remember if I drew this card or not.
I'm not sure if they'll ever make advancing runner cards kind of a mechanic, something that is worth doing, but Tenon is set up to do that if it's ever a thing. Maybe like put advancement tokens on a runner card to the install cost and
Click install.
destroy it or something.
And then,
Okay, so I'm defending up
3rd click. I'll take
HQ again.
and I'm done.
I'm going
Oh, so he gets a siphon. Says plenty of money.
and sure gamble.
I'm not sure what he's drawn for really. I think he could just start hitting R&D pretty easily.
First click, I will take the take a draw. Second click, I'll draw.
That refinery has been very successful in this Tenon deck.
3rd click.
I Mushin Notion that all the time. It's, you know, like roughly 50-50 if they take the bait or not, but you could swing those odds. Like if they're low on cards and you Mushin Notion it and advance it, it's hard for them to justify running on it. So I'm not sure what I just installed there.
Do that. I think I know what I want to discard. It's
So I get rid of the Grim. I figure he has just way too much money.
Special order.
security test anywhere.
Security tests. Archives. Why not?
Okay.
So I always ask them what they security test, just in case it comes up. I don't want them like later on running somewhere and that could have been the server they security tested, and maybe I have an agenda in archives.
Second click is installing said corroder. Pull these out of here.
And alright, so he could have installed the RD interface first, but he doesn't really need to.
2 to get through.
Yeah, it's basically a wall stack now.
And
Got your first card.
And that's the game.
Good game.
So yeah, it was that double siphon turn just kind of shut me down. I think I And it's hard to defend against Siphon. I thought I had a decent defense there, but that was like early game ice I got that, you know, if I got a wall of static earlier, I think that game would have gone a lot, or a wall of static, an ice wall. But I just, my ice composition of this deck leads to random stuff like that. Like I needed to, in that case I needed to, wait, I had a neural katana, no, but he was, yeah, it wasn't good. I blame the ice layout in this deck. It's not very consistent. Leads to bad situations like that where criminal can just siphon you at will. So that's the game. There are several more games on their way. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll have more soon.